Good morning and welcome to News Superfast. I'm Nolan Pinto. Now, in a shocking incident, it has come to light that a Maulvi has sexually assaulted a minor girl in the name of treatment. Now, it is reported that the Maulvi has inserted a rod into the minor girl's genitals. Now, this incident goes back to 2 months when the victim was taken to the Maulvi by her relatives. She was suffering from fever from a long time. In fact, this is truly a shocking incident that has come to light, wherein a Maulvi has sexually assaulted a minor girl in the name of treatment. It is reported that the Maulvi had inserted a rod into the minor girl's genitals. The incident goes back to 2 months when the victim was taken to the Maulvi by her relatives as she was suffering from fever for a long time. In fact, she is now being treated at a hospital in Mandya. You can also see the cops present over there. Thankfully, now she's under proper treatment and being treated by that Maulvi. And this has come to light from Mandya. It happened 2 months ago. What happened was that since she was suffering from fever for a long time, her relatives, instead of taking her and getting her treated from a proper doctor, took her to a Maulvi who decided to do his own, what he thought best. And what he did was he took a rod and inserted it into the minor girl's genitals. In fact, this has come to light in Sumanahalli, Maddur. You can clearly see the report over there. Well, if you've just tuned in, this is a shocking incident that has come to light, wherein a Maulvi has sexually assaulted a minor girl in the name of treatment. In fact, that's the minor girl you can see on the right of your television screen. We have blurred her face because she's a minor, and she has been sexually assaulted by a Maulvi, all in the name of treatment. Now, it is reported that the Maulvi had inserted an iron rod into the girl's private parts. The incident goes back to 2 months when the victim was taken to the Maulvi by her relatives as she was suffering from fever for a long time. The relatives, who assumed that it was the hand of evil powers, decided to get her cured by the Maulvi. On their first visit, it is said that the Maulvi gave her a lemon and ash and asked her to return with 6,000 for the treatment. It was at the second visit that the Maulvi asked her relatives to leave the room and decided to undress her. After this, the Maulvi inserted an iron rod into her genitals, calling it treatment for her fever. When the girl explained herself to her relatives, it is reported that they did not consider it as bad. Now, it's such a sad situation that such practices still prevail in society, with people randomly going to preachers, religious heads, believing that it's all because of an evil power, that they are not well, and getting them treated by them. There you can see now the police are present in the hospital, speaking to the girl, trying to figure out what really happened, how it happened. Now, as of now, we do not know if the Maulvi has been taken into custody, but we are pretty sure that with the girl giving her statement, and we hope she has given a statement, that particular Maulvi will be taken into custody and given the right treatment. Now, the last time we heard of such an incident taking place was during the Delhi gang rape case. Now, another incident has come to light, but this time around, a Maulvi has done that to this particular girl, a minor girl, by inserting a rod into her private parts, all in the name of curing her from the evil powers. Basically, this girl was suffering from fever. Her relatives decided to take her to her Maulvi. Now, on the first visit, he gave her a lemon and asked her to return with 6,000 rupees for the treatment. The second visit, that's when the Maulvi asked her relatives to leave the room and decided to undress her. After this, he inserted an iron rod into her private parts, calling it treatment for her fever. But when the girl explained herself to her relatives, it is reported that they did not consider it. I'll try and speak to some officials and sometime figure out what really happened, who took action finally, what has happened to the girl, what sort of treatment is she being given, in which hospital, and also has the Maulvi been taken to task for what he did to this minor girl? If he has done this to this particular girl, how many other minor girls has he actually performed it in the past? No one knows. And how many cases have gone unreported? Well, moving on, Narendra Modi hit a sixer by inviting SAARC leaders for his swearing in, and if more evidence were required to prove it, it has come from none other than Modi's Pakistan counterpart Nawaz Sharif. Now, setting aside speculation in Pakistan that he wasn't entirely pleased with his India visit, Sharif has written to Modi. In fact, he said that, "I must say that I have returned much satisfied with our meaningful exchange of thoughts on matters of bilateral and regional interest." His letter was delivered to Modi's office by the Pakistan High Commission. In fact, there was talk in Pakistan that Modi felt belittled after, that Sharif felt belittled after visiting Modi. But now it has come to light that, in fact, that is entirely different. Setting aside speculation in Pakistan that he wasn't entirely pleased with his India visit, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this is what he stated. "I must say that I have returned much satisfied with our meaningful exchange of thoughts on matters of bilateral and regional interest." His letter was delivered to Modi's office by the Pakistan High Commission. In fact, it was a historic meeting, first of all, with Modi inviting SAARC leaders for a swearing-in ceremony. We all remember the particular handshake, the body language displayed by both the leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. And thereafter, the next day after the swearing-in ceremony, when they had bilateral talks, everyone remembers they actually stood out there in front of the media personnel and shook hands for a good 20 odd seconds. And thereafter, we're told that for a good 40 odd minutes, they spoke to each other in the presence of officials from both Pakistan and India. When many people and experts especially stated that it was a game changer, first of all by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to invite SAARC leaders and also invite Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Now, India and Pakistan had a very chilling sort of relationship. What I mean to say is that for quite a long time, there have been no negotiations whatsoever. India never spoke to Pakistan. But Narendra Modi decided to give it a chance. Prime Minister Modi called all the SAARC leaders, and you must remember the entire world also taking a good look at what was happening, especially when it came to India-Pakistan ties. Now, after Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif went back to Pakistan, there were reports stating that he felt belittled by the Indian establishment, by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. However, all that speculation has now been put aside, with Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif stating that he was entirely pleased with his India visit. In fact, he wrote to Modi saying that, "I must say that I have returned much satisfied with our meaningful exchange of thoughts on matters of bilateral and regional interest." His letter was delivered to Modi's office by the Pakistan High Commission. Well, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha never leaves a chance to work for the people of her state. Amma is all set to launch another low-cost product for her people.
J. Jayalalitha, who is popularly known as Amma in her state, is known for her welfare initiatives. Amma, who had launched low-cost drinking water for the people, will now launch another low-cost product. Jayalalitha to launch Amma Salt. Yes, after drinking water, Amma will now launch low-cost salt today, which is also named after her. She will also inaugurate the product. Amma Salt to be available in 3 varieties. The new product will be available in Amma Double Fortified Salt, Amma Refined Free Flow Iodized Salt and Amma Low Sodium Salt. The price of the salt was not decided and would be finalized at the launch. Earlier, drinking water, which was launched by her government, proved to be the highest selling product in the state. Amma drinking water is available at 10 rupees per bottle. Prior to that, Amma had also launched a number of canteens in the state which sold food at a low cost. These canteens also provided lease at just 1 rupee. After the low-cost canteens, drinking water and salt, people will now definitely look forward to the next low-cost thing Amma will launch. A News9 report.
Well, she is a victim of a violent acid attack. A doctor by profession, she had cast aside her suffering and was treating her patients. But a huge challenge has come her way once again.
Mahalakshmi, hailing from Mysore, works as a doctor in the government-based primary health center. She was the victim of an acid assault 13 years back. Her life was a living hell. But this resolute woman overcame her tragedy and continued offering her services as a doctor. She now faces another challenge as the government has ordered her to be transferred to a rural area.
ನಾವು ಈ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಜನರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮಗೂ ವೈದ್ಯಾಧಿಕಾರಿ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ I too have lot of problems, health issues. My health doesn't permit to go and work in a place set up of 24/7. Nobody will agree to this also. So ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು 24/7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಮತ್ತು ನೈಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ I have there's no security for my life. That is also an issue. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನವಿ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, ನಾನು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಪರನೇ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದೇ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
Mahalakshmi was transferred from Mysore to Chamarajnagar after the counselling process. Due to the long commute, she requested the KET and the court to take a relook at her transfer. Mahalakshmi then went through the counselling process for the second time. This time, she was transferred to Jayapura, a village which is again 20 kilometers away from Mysore. The district health officer has now ordered Mahalakshmi to move to Jayapura.
ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕದನ್ನು. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ದ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಡಮೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಬರದೇ ಇದ್ರು, ಇವರು ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು CTC ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಡೀಮ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಲೀವ್ಡ್, ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ರಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು, ನೀವೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಜೈಪುರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Doctors working in a government hospital have to compulsorily undergo rural service. But this rule has come as a hurdle to Mahalakshmi, who is already suffering physical pain. She has now appealed to the government to consider her case and relax the rule. A doctor who dedicated her life to ease the suffering of poor people is herself at the receiving end now. Will the government consider her case? Ram, News9, Mysore.